Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. I know I'm doing it a little bit early, but I want to take advantage of the ambiance of the season and celebrate our family traditions this year. So what I'm making today are molasses sugar trims while I'm enjoying my eggnog. So this recipe, guys, is coming from an old cookbook that my pop brought me from my mother. My mother did collect cookbooks, so every time they'd go anywhere, they would stop into little stores and little historical areas, and they would go ahead and pick up cookbooks from that area. However, my pop is from New Braunfels, and they picked up this Comal County Extension Homemakers Cookbook that has an authentic German recipe section. So today, again, I'm making the molasses sugar trims. I'm going to show you how to make these. You're going to find some interesting things about this here cookbook as we move along. So you want to stay tuned and watch this. Also, I'm going to put down in the description my Christmas cookie video that I did a couple of years ago about the traditions of Christmas cookies and where that tradition came from. I'm really big on traditions and why we do what we do and what happened and when we celebrate these traditions. So the Christmas cookie one was quite enlightening, and I really enjoyed doing that video. So I'll put that description down below. Be sure and check that out. We're going to be doing lots of recipes from these old cookbooks that my pop brought me. I'm very excited about these. Some German recipes, some more holiday cooking recipes. So be sure and hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. We have a lot going on. Let me go over here and show you the ingredients that we're going to use for our molasses sugar trims. Okay, guys, to go over the ingredients, we have a half a cup of shortening, a quarter cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, we're going to beat it before we add it, a quarter cup of molasses, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/3 teaspoon of cloves, and when it says cloves, guys, you want ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of soda. Now what I'm going to show you about this recipe book, which is very old, is look, guys, it says bake sugar side up on unoiled cookie sheet in moderate oven. They're not even telling you what degree. So I have gone ahead and I've heated my oven to 350 degrees, and I think these are probably going to take about 8 to 12 minutes. We'll have to watch that. So be sure and stay tuned so we can see how many minutes it takes to do this. Let's get going. Y'all see that real quick? Greg installed that for me Friday so I can enjoy my Christmas music and my videos while I'm cooking. Love that song. So guys, anytime you're doing your recipe, normally you do your wet ingredients first. So we are creaming together our shortening, our butter, and our brown sugar. Your brown sugar usually does go in your creamed mixture, but your flour and your dry ingredients usually go last. Just always remember that when you're doing some baking. So we're going to cream this together, and then we're going to add our egg and our molasses. So here's our egg. And here's our molasses. We always keep molasses on hand this time of year, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. So here's a helpful hint. I went in to start finding all my baking spices, and that, of course, they were in back of the spice cabinet. So it's that time of year, guys, for you to pull all your nutmeg, your cinnamons, your cloves, all that stuff that you're going to use in your Christmas baking to the front of your spice rack so that you can get to them easily while you're doing your baking. So while that's mixing, this recipe calls for sifted ingredients, all your dry goods. So I don't have a sifter. I use just a very large strainer. And this does usually a pretty good job. Now this is baking soda, guys, not baking powder. Keep that in mind. because there is a difference. And I just shimmy it through a little bit here. So now it's time to go ahead and add our dry ingredients. You can see they sifted up quite well. Be sure when you turn this on, you turn it on low, because if you don't, you're going to shimmy everything and let it shoot out the sides. So as you can see, guys, this is like a typical gingerbread type dough. It's very thick, it's very dense. So what we're going to do is we are going to roll this out into like 2 little bread loaves on a wax piece of paper on a cookie sheet. We're going to pop it in the refrigerator and let it chill, and then we are going to scoop out one side, and we're going to put granulated sugar on it, and we're going to bake it up. And it's going to be like little sugar loaves, little molasses sugar loaves. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. Hang on. Okay guys, now into the fridge to chill for probably for about 45 minutes to an hour. So while our little gingers are chilling in there, let's talk about spices you need to get now for your holiday baking. These are things that I feel like you'll need to have on hand throughout the holiday season. And if you guys enjoy these kinds of cookies and stuff throughout the year, you want to have them, which is allspice, cinnamon, nutmeg, baking soda, baking powder. Get your all-purpose flour on hand, plenty of brown sugar, plenty of regular white granulated sugar, your eggs, your milks, your butters, and your Crisco's or your shortenings. These are all things, guys, that will allow you to make an abundance of different holiday baked items. Of course, we like to have peanut butter cookies. We like to have the Toll House. We like to have snickerdoodles. And snickerdoodles, you need cream of tartar. So you want to make sure you have cream of tartar on hand for your snickerdoodles. Also pick up your chocolate chip morsels, your peanut butter morsels, your white chocolate morsels, your little baking chocolate squares, which are semi-sweet and unsweetened. Those are good for your fudges. These are all things you can go ahead and pick up now, so that whenever you get a hankering during the holidays to make something, you already have everything you need. I've let these rolls chill for about an hour, and we're going to roll these in some sugar. Ooh, almost like sugar cookies. We want to be sure and coat the whole thing. It's breaking apart a little bit, so we'll do this. Then we're going to slice off and pop it on an ungreased cookie sheet. You could even use some colored sugar, the red and green, if you wanted to spice them up a little bit for Christmas. And then we're going to pop them in a 350-degree oven. Guys, I'm going to set it at about 8 minutes. And then we're going to see how they fare. I don't think they're going to spread out like regular dough cookies. Boy, this molasses and ginger dough, like I said, is a very dense dough. So let's see what happens. Guys, it took about 11 minutes. And we've done a taste test. And they are yummy. And you know what they remind me of? They remind me of Grandma's molasses cookies. So they might not look real pretty, but they taste pretty darn good. So let me pop this second batch in. Very cake-like, delicious. Okay guys, I'd say that our molasses sugar trims were successful. Now, one of the great things you can do about this is if you have some cookie cutters, you can go ahead and use those and make out your Christmas, like your Santas or your Christmas trees. You can even drizzle them with some cream cheese frosting, or make some of your confection sugar frosting and drizzle. But Greg says they're a hit, and I think that my pop's going to say the same thing tomorrow. And I'm very excited about this recipe. This is kind of an old-fashioned, old-timey recipe, and we will repeat this throughout the year. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless. We have a lot more recipes coming up. It's about 75 degrees out here today, guys. But we're expecting kind of a roller coaster week tomorrow. We're gonna have some rain, I think, and a cold front to come in. But anyway, so we got lots of weeks to go ahead and celebrate this season and the ambiance of the season, and just enjoy each other and family traditions. And if you don't have any family traditions, guys, you need to go ahead and start some now. Take care. God bless, and we'll be in touch. See you soon.